Hi everyone and
Hello.
welcome to our Tech Training Thursdays. Today we're going to be doing the Power of Immersive Reader in the classroom with Flocabulary. This is going to be given to by our CIT and CLL over at Anaya Elementary, Hilda Gonzalez. Hola Hilda, welcome.
Welcome everyone.
Take it away.
Go. Okay, like Valentin said, my name is Ila Gonzalez. I'm the CIT at Carmen and I Elementary. This is my first year as a CIT and also the CLL. Immersive Reader. This is the key points that I'm going to be touching in is what is Immersive Reader? What are the benefits of Immersive Reader in the classroom? And how to turn on Immersive Reader in Flocabulary. What is Immersive Reader? Okay, it is a free tool proven techniques to improve reading. It can benefit those students with learning differences like dyslexia, as well engage emerging readers looking for a bit confidence boost. It also offers decoding solutions with features like dictation, syllabication, and parts of speech, which can improve fluency for all readers. The benefits of Immersive Reader. Immersive Reader can better develop reading skills. Teachers will then have an ally to help them personalize and target instruction to each and every student so that they can learn at their own pace and in their own style. It is yet another tool that teachers can use to build a positive classroom culture that is safe and supportive by being inclusive to all. Another benefit is that each student will have the option to employ Immersive Reader at their own pace, empowering them to learn as their learning needs. How to turn on Immersive Reader in Flocabulary. So this part right here, I'm going to go over it once I go to the Flocabulary icon. And I'm also providing you with 2 ways that you can enable the Immerse Reader in Microsoft. This is step 1 and step 2, depending on your class, whether you have a class set or not. These are the steps that you can take. Immersive Reader will boost vocabulary acquisition, improve student comprehension, and keep student focused and interested. Where can we use Immersive Reader vocabulary? We can use it in lyrics, vocabulary cards, vocabulary game, quiz, break it down, and lyric lab. I'm also providing some links for you all to have, just in case you want to more into detail as to how Immersive Reader works, how can the Immersive Reader be used by the teacher and in your class. Those links will be provided on the PowerPoint. And also, I have a research that I said, you know what, let me find out why Immersive Reader is so popular in vocabulary. So the research that I found is the research shows that these inclusive curricular tools make our classrooms more welcoming, more supportive, and more productive for all students. So now I'm going to show you how to access vocabulary. Of course, it's in your Clever. You go to your Clever, then you go on vocabulary. Okay, once you're here, the first thing that you need to do is you need to go to your name and go to your profile to make sure that Immersive Reader is enabled. Of course, this is your teacher information, your subjects, the grade level that you teach, and this is where we need to make sure that it's not disabled, that is enabled. Once you make those changes, you need to update your profile so those changes can take into place. Then you go to your lessons. For this particular training, I'm going to go to science. I'm going to go to a science lesson. I'm going to go to life cycles. Okay, I'm going to choose one that is from all grade levels, K through 5th. Like I said, this is where you can use Immerse Reader and all of these icons right here. Excuse me. I'm going to show you how to use Immerse Readers in vocabulary cards. So you go to the vocabulary card, you choose any vocabulary card. Let's choose life cycle. When you see this icon right here, this is your Immerse Reader icon. If you don't see it, that means that you don't have it enabled. It's disabled. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it so you can see. It's going to read, it's going to read, you have the option to read it to the student. So it will read it to them. And you also have options to change the voice settings, either female, male, or the speed. You want to increase or decrease it, slower, faster. This, as I was reading the information on this vocabulary, I see that our students, especially the struggler students that have, challenging as they read, they can benefit through listening to it instead of have to read it. These options right here that we have, it's on every little option that you have Immerse Reader that you can use it with. You have these options. You have the text preference. You can change the text size, bigger, smaller. The line spacing, that one just we just leave it alone. Your font can be changed as well, and your theme. More colors, right? But with more colors, there will just be changing colors left and right. So I'm going to go over the grammar options and the reading preferences and another one of the options that we have here that we can use it with. I'm going to go to the read and respond. In here, that's what I will use the other two options that I mentioned. You see Immerse Reader is right here. That means that it's available for this particular reading. Again, if you want the student to listen to it, they can by playing it. Just make sure that they have headphones so that way they be the only one listening to. So when I go to the grammar options, okay, if I want the words to be divided into syllables, I just click on it, and as you can see, it's already showing me which words are divided into syllables, okay? Another one is if, let's say that the teacher, you already did your grammar and you cover nouns and verbs, you want to go over that, review that, you can also do that. Click on nouns, it will appear right here. You see all your nouns. And let me go back and cancel syllables. It's label, nouns, nouns, nouns. Again, if you want to show the labels, it's right here. If you don't want to, you go ahead and click on it. The verbs as well. Verbs. Adjectives and adverbs, same thing. This is a good way also to review, for students to review their nouns and their verbs. Okay, now let me go ahead and remove everything. Let me go to the reading preferences. On your reading preferences, we have the line focus. We have the picture dictionary is on. It's recommended to have it on all the time. The translate, of course, in here in the Valley, of course, is Spanish, English. So I have it in Spanish. And then I have by word. And right now I'm going to show you what this does right here. So let's say that I want to, sometimes we have those students that when they're reading, they read and for some reason they skip lines. They skip a line or two lines and they read and then they ask a question and they don't know because they skipped those lines where probably the answer was. So it will focus on one of the line by line, and then they can click on the arrow and go to the next one, and go to the next one. If they have the play button, it will continuously go to the next one by itself. But if they're reading it by themselves, then they have to click on the arrow to go to the next line and next line and next line. And then I just click escape and let me go back. Okay, they can also have 3 lines if they want to. Now the picture 1, let me go back. Sorry. Okay, and the picture dictionary, let's say that they're reading this story and then they come up with a word that they don't know what it means. So they can just click on the word, let's say psychos, and then it'll give them the word in English and the word in Spanish, and then a picture, right? Let me find one. Let's say, I'm gonna click on animals. You see animals, animals, animales, and then a picture of the vocabulary word. This is really, really, really good, I think, for our EB students. They will benefit a lot. Now the word. Right now, I only have one word that can be translated into Spanish. Now, if I want the whole document, then I just click on the document and then it give it to me in Spanish, the whole thing. And now it'll be the opposite. It will be, instead of having, the word in Spanish, now it is translated into English. So this is a win-win for both kids, EBs and non-EBs. And this is, of course, this is your Flocabulary, your immersive reader. Now I'm going to show you, you can assign this to your class. And you can import it. I'm no teachers. You have your Google Classroom, which you can import here. If I click, I don't have access to a class. I don't have an assigned classroom. So I cannot go to that step. But on the links that I show you and the steps that I left on the PowerPoint, it gives you step by step as to how to do it. Also, you can have students join by email invitation, of course, your Google Classroom or a class code. There's 3 ways they can join. And that concludes my training. I don't know if you all have any questions for me. No questions?
Any questions out there? I know Immersive Reader is amazing, and it's kind of neat that they've added it, to Flocabulary and different programs to help the students with their reading.
Yes, because I know that sometimes when they're reading, when they're pronouncing some words, they don't know how to pronounce those words. So I think this is a great tool that they can just click on the word and it'll tell them, this is cycles or stages or reproduction. And so they can practice their vocabulary and their fluency.
And I also like that it translates for them.
It
They're,
translates.
If they know what that word is in Spanish, it will help them, connect with the English.
Thank you, Ms. Nora. Yes, and just by the click of a button, they can change the whole reading English into Spanish or any other language, that, that you want to experience with. It's there.
I like it that it's in so many of the tools in Flocabulary. And it's also in Nearpod. So in Nearpod, anything that actually is text that is not image, it will automatically be there too.